Welcome. I'm your host, Jesse Swear, nationally recognized inclusive fitness trainer, Silver Sneaker Flex instructor. Find out more about me. Visit my website, www.jesseswear.com, and use science to master your fitness. Today, I have another SilverSneakers Enerchi tutorial, and I'm going to be doing cycle of the moon. Now, I'm going to be using this Pilates ball. You're probably saying, why am I going to be using a Pilates ball? Why do I have this ball? No, we're not doing a classic class. We're not doing a boom, muscle. We're not doing anything with dribbling. We're going to be utilizing this so that I can show you how I'm just flipping my hands and doing that cycle of the moon. Because a lot of us, we overcomplicate that process of that cycle of the moon, moving those hands on top of each other. Or should I say, taking the left over right or right over left, and then it becomes a complicated process. Or we overthink it, overanalyze it, and we go way too far with those circles. And those circles are only supposed to be about 60-80 degree on the range of motion. And any of your moves are supposed to be 60-80 degree range of motion. It's supposed to be really nice and controlled and flowed and breathing and circular movements and patterns. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to put it down here for a second. Let it right there. And again, cycle the moon. So tutorial, we start in the horse stance, but it's going to go into an L stance. So we're going to be in this position. Again, we push those arms out to the side, and I get into this cycle of the moon, right? Or that crescent moon rotation. Push them out, right comes over left. Right? But we have to empty out because we have to be able to go into the L stance and be able to rotate back and forth, left to right. So I'm going to push those arms out, toes over knees, knees over hips, hips over shoulders, tuck the belly, tuck the heel, nice and tall, push arms out. Right hand goes over left, just like this, right? That's that circular motion that we overcomplicate at times. So just circle, boom, just like that, right? Circle, but I need to shift my weight to the right, and I'm emptying out that left foot. When I empty out that left foot, I go onto the balls of the feet. 10% of my weight is on the left side, 90% on my right side. Now you can drag your foot, drag, or you can lift up and end here. Now to go to that L stance, I lift hip flexion, externally rotate, and go into this position, or I just keep it low and step to the side. Entirely up to you. Walk this through one more time, and then we're going to get into those moves, and then I'm going to grab that Pilates ball and show you how it's done with that. Toes over knees, knees over hips, hips over shoulders, horse stance, tuck belly, tuck tailbone. Arms go out, circle. I like the hip flexion and step. And as you can see, I am just taking those hands, and this becomes your cycle of the moon, back and forth. Nice inhale. Nice inhale. Now, if I want to use the Pilates ball to show you how simple it is just to switch those hands over top each other, I'm going to do that right here. So I'm going to put that Pilates ball in the right hand, rest it right here on my side. I'm going to push out, empty out, and push down right here. So my hands are like this. So I'm actually squeezing that ball together. Push it out, palm, and now it's in my palms, right? Like a deck of cards. I'm going to lift, and I'm just taking those hands as I go to side, left right now and right, but now I'm just going to switch, and I put right over top of left. Left goes on top of right, and all I'm doing is rotating them on top of each other. Pushing through. So nice inhale here, and exhale. And this is a good way really to force you to slow down and work on your breath, but also get that hand movement so you're not feeling like you have to go so high or so low with your hand movement. All I'm doing is keeping that Pilates ball in my hand, in my palm, and just switching it over so that my hands can come through. And I'm controlling that ball the whole time. And I'm just shifting back and forth. Just like this. There you go. See? Not too hard. You can get any ball, will work. And it helps you just learn how to rotate those hands and keep them in that 60 to 80 degree range of motion. You can slow it down, hold. And when you go to that right side, because your foot is to your left, you're going to be able to turn just a little more. Now, I will get rid of the ball. I'll go back to the tutorial. I'll run it through full speed. And then we'll go to that right side as well. Toes over knees, knees over hips, hips over shoulders. Tuck belly, tuck tailbone, hands right here. Push them out. Circle. Pretend you have that ball in your hands. Hip flexion. And I'm just rotating now. Now the ball's not in my hand, so I am going to go a little wider with those because it allows me to push through. Nice inhale. And get a little bit better flow without the ball, but the ball really helps. And say we want to switch to the other side. As soon as this left hand comes up, the right hand just pivots back in. Empty out. And circling through. Pivot through. Pivot through. Pivot back. And you see how I can just keep transitioning back and forth in that cycle of the moon. So if I want to do that again, I just flip that left hand over, empty out, and then I step, and then I just go to my right. And again, I'm getting a little more round because of the hand placement. And if you want to use that ball, just grab that ball. And then transition on the next one. Right. This makes you have to really work on controlling that ball in between those palms and working on just getting right over left, left over right. Now it's just a tool to be able to utilize. It's entirely up to you to use it if you want to. But it's just another way to try to simplify the cycle of the moon motion and form and format so that you get a better grasp of not trying to overextend those arms. Big circles, big rotations. It's about more of that control and circular movements and patterns. Peace, my friends, and subscribe.